Have new information this morning about the person who allegedly shot at a Metro police officer overnight. News Channel 5's Cuthbert Langley at Vanderbilt Medical Center for us this morning. Just got some new details. Good morning, Cuthbert.
Hey, good morning, Amy. What we know right now is that police say the suspect involved in this is 16-year-old Xavier McDonald. According to police, he shot Officer John Downs in the thigh last night after a standoff with police and SWAT team. Let's take a look at some of this video. Here's what we know so far about the situation. It all began around 7 o'clock last night. That's when Metro Police reported to the Nashboro Village area to continue the investigation of a reported robbery that happened earlier in the day. Metro Police were knocking on doors trying to get some more information, and they came up to an apartment complex, or the apartment rather, where the suspect was. And when police went inside, they say that they saw the debit card of that robbery victim lying in the living room. That's when police say McDonald locked himself in the bathroom, and you can see the response afterwards. Lots of SWAT team surrounding the scene. After that standoff, McDonald then finally came out of the bathroom, but then started heading towards the front door. That's when police tased him to try to get him under control, but that didn't work. And then police say McDonald reached into his waistband, pulled out a pistol, and then shot Downs. And then 4 other officers returned fire, killing the 16-year-old. Let's take a look at the picture of Officer John Downs. He's been with the police now for 18 years. He's 42 years old. I just checked. He's in stable condition here at Vanderbilt. So he is expected to recover, but there are some surgeries that are required as well. So right now it's unclear when he will be released from the hospital. Now, McDonald was actually being considered a runaway. The 16-year-old allegedly got in a fight with his mom earlier this month over a box of bullets. Police tell me he even threatened to shoot her. He did not draw a weapon, but it was not seen since until last night. So again, plenty of details still to be learned this morning. We are expecting some updates throughout the day, and once we get those, we'll be sure to update you both on air and online at newschannel5.com. But for now, reporting live here at Vanderbilt this morning, I'm Cuthbert Langley, News Channel 5 HD.
Cuthbert, thank you for the update on that. There is a new development in another shooting investigation. A man is dead after this shooting in Antioch. It happened overnight at the Pinnacle Heights apartment complex on Baby Ruth Lane. Police found a 38-year-old unnamed man so far dead in his car after several gunshot wounds. As of this morning, no suspects have been named.
And new this morning, a Shell station was robbed while the clerk took a smoke break. 3 suspects held up the clerk at gunpoint and forced him back into the store. They got away with cash and a few items off the shelf.
A man was arrested over the weekend after stiffing a cab driver and threatening to shoot the guy. The Montgomery County Sheriff's Department says a man caught a cab all the way from Nashville up to Clarksville, but when it came time to pay after he arrived at his destination Saturday morning, the guy showed a shotgun instead, threatening to shoot the driver. Sheriff's deputies found and arrested Stephen White. They also found that shotgun. Authorities say it's not the first time White has refused to pay a cab driver.
Human remains found in Franklin have been identified as a woman who disappeared 5 years ago. DNA testing confirms the remains belong to Sarah Martinez. The 20-year-old was last seen at a club on Old Hickory Boulevard back in 2009. Investigators say Jose Morano is her killer, but he's no longer in the country. They found his car a couple of weeks after her death, and it was stained inside with her blood. Morano was finally arrested a few years later in North Carolina. He's pleaded guilty to voluntary manslaughter in her death, and he was deported.
A woman killed when her truck went off the road, they say was not wearing a seatbelt. That's the word now from Metro Police. They say Sheila Gregory crashed her white Toyota Tacoma truck into a large tree and a rock wall along Charlotte Pike near Highway 70 in Bellevue Saturday morning. Still unclear why she left the road, but authorities say there's no evidence of drugs or alcohol being involved.
Guests at the Doubletree Hotel got a scare Saturday night. Just before 9, firefighters got a call about smoke filling the hotel on 4th Avenue North. Crews responded and verified there was no active fire. What exactly caused all that smoke, though, still under investigation.
A former Tennessee Titan, now radio host, found himself in trouble with the law over the weekend. Former Tennessee Titan safety Blaine Bishop was arrested around 3 o'clock Sunday morning for driving under the influence and violation of implied consent. A Williamson County officer pulled Bishop over along I-65 for speeding. He played with the Titans from '93 to 2001, also played 1 season with the Eagles before retiring. The 44-year-old now lives in Franklin. He is one of the hosts of the radio talk show on 104.5 known as The Zone. Happening today, Governor Haslam has called a special press conference to start at 10 o'clock this morning, about 3 hours from now. Staff will not tell us what the governor plans to talk about. However, we've been waiting on the governor to make an announcement regarding Medicaid expansion in Tennessee. That might be it, because last month he said he was hoping for a decision by the end of the year. Of course, NewsChannel5.com will have it as soon as that announcement is made.
All right.